G'day there, it's Dave here, Dave Mills, with another exciting chess video, and I'm looking forward to showing you this information. Now, this is so that beginners can learn how to play chess. Now, I call this Black's first move rule. Black's first move rule. And if you remember this as a beginner, you won't flounder. You won't even have to think. As long as you apply the rule, then you'll be fine. Now, I've arranged it so you can only see White's pawns when they advance. Okay, so it's concentrated on the black side of the board. Now, if White uses the king pawn, for one, there's a pawn right in the center of the board. We'll call this the king pawn opening. Now, basically, or just pawn to e4 openings. The Black's first move rule is whatever pawn they play, you match it. If it's a center pawn like this, you match it with your own pawn. Okay, so you face off with the pawn. Now that also applies to if they move the white pawn in front of the queen pawn opening. You match it again. Okay, so therefore you have a pawn attacking these two squares, and they have a pawn attacking these two squares, and you've both got a pawn in the center. It's very, very good. You don't just let White get momentum in the center. And so I'll give you another example about getting momentum. If this knight plays out here, it's now attacking the queen pawn and e4. And let's say you copy exactly what that knight has done. White can now get two pawns in the center of the board. Okay? And if you capture, it can create for black, it can create a very open, very flowing, dynamic game. And so you want to actually watch very carefully about how they're fighting for these center squares. Now, so the Black's first move rule is, if it's a center pawn, match it. Okay? Now, what happens if it's a sub-center pawn, like the English opening? What are you going to do? Buckle your shoe. What you do then is, if they haven't taken the center, you take the center with the pawn that won't cause an exchange. So you have a pawn in the